ago. She is now 92 years of age and has over 600 charities. She is well known for her love of corgi dogs, little corgi dogs. She's said to have a personal wealth of £360 million, which means she is just a little bit richer than me. Okay, so she is now 92 years of age and has over 600 charities. She is well known for her love of corgi dogs. She's said to have a personal wealth of £360 million. This makes her the 329th richest person in Britain, but her homes, Buckingham Palace, and her jewellery are priceless, which means you can't even say how much they're worth. There's probably nobody in the world could probably buy Buckingham Palace or the jewellery. You just couldn't do it. So she is the 329th richest person in Britain, kind of, technically, but her homes, Buckingham Palace, and her jewellery are priceless, which means you just can't say how much they're worth. I don't know, maybe $1 trillion, $2 trillion, I don't know. Okay, so that's the end of the quiz. And now I'm going to introduce a very famous British and Irish heroine. You all know about this woman, I know you do, but you probably don't know about her, how she made her background. She had a very difficult life, okay? So let's move on to our British Irish heroine for today. Look at the following PPT and tell me, who is she, okay? So I'm going to introduce a very famous English woman. She's from England and you know her, okay? I know you do, okay? So let's have a look at this. Who is it? Okay, so what do you know about this woman? Okay, she's very, very, very famous. How do you know her? What's her name? Okay, so as I'm sure you know, okay, this woman is J.K. Rowling. And what do you know about J.K. Rowling? You probably know that she is the author of the Harry Potter books, okay, and she wrote the Harry Potter books, but you probably don't know about how difficult her life has been, okay, and that's what I'm going to teach you. Have a look at J.K. Rowling. Okay, so here we go. And okay, as I'm sure you all guessed correctly, today's heroine is J.K. Rowling. So I'm going to introduce and talk today about J.K. Rowling. And J.K. Rowling will obviously feature in your final exam. So start taking notes. Okay, let's have a look about J.K. Rowling. So J.K. Rowling is a famous British writer who is best known for writing the Harry Potter series and has sold over 400 million books, okay? So J.K. Rowling is a famous British writer who is best known for writing the Harry Potter series and has sold over 400 million books. Wow, look at that. And she has come from absolute poverty. Absolute poverty means having no money at all. Okay? She has come from absolute poverty to become a very rich person. She was one of the richest people in the world, but gave most of her money away to charity. Okay? What a beautiful woman. She has come from absolute poverty to become a very rich person. But she was one of the richest people in the world, but she gave most of her money away to charity. I think she gave something like 90% of her money away. Wow, to charities. Okay, and in October 2010, she was voted the most influential British woman. She recently started her own charity called Lumos. Okay, so she does a lot of work for charity. Okay, so in October 2010, she was voted the most influential British woman. She recently started her own charity called Lumos. Here we go, let's learn about her. Okay, so she was born in July 1965 in a place called Yale, England. And Yale is in the south of England, and they speak with a British received pronunciation, Harry Potter, okay? And you probably know Yale language schools, and that's why, because their pronunciation, okay? She was born in July 1965 in Yale, England, but unfortunately her mother died in 1990 from multiple sclerosis, which is a disease, unfortunately. So her mother unfortunately died in 1990 from multiple sclerosis, which is a disease. And this disease, multiple sclerosis, it stops you being able to move and breathe properly. So unfortunately her mother had a disease called multiple sclerosis, and this stops you being able to move and breathe properly, and unfortunately you die from it. Okay, so then she moved to Portugal to teach English as a foreign language, just like I do. Okay, so she then moved to Portugal to teach English as a foreign language. Okay, and she describes Jamie Jackson as her role model. Okay, and if you believe that, then you believe anything. She doesn't really, just my stupid joke of the day. Okay, so she moved to Portugal. That's what she used to do. She used to teach English as a foreign language, just like I do now. And this is where it starts getting even more terrible, unfortunately. She married a Portuguese journalist in 1992. Portuguese journalist means somebody who works for the newspapers from Portugal. She married a Portuguese journalist in 1992, and then it gets even worse. She then had a miscarriage. And miscarriage means the baby died before it was born. So it's terrible, really. She married a Portuguese journalist in 1992. She then had a miscarriage, which means baby died before being born. Terrible. She then gave birth to a daughter called Jessica, okay, and Jessica is absolutely fine, so don't worry. But she suffered a lot of domestic violence, and what this means is her husband is obviously not a very nice man, and domestic violence means he often used to punch, maybe kick her, and hit her, okay? Used to beat her up. True story, okay? This you don't know about J.K. Rowling, do you? She then gave birth to a daughter called Jessica, but she unfortunately suffered a lot of domestic violence from this stupid husband of hers. Okay, while married. So she divorced her husband. Good on you. So she got rid of this stupid, horrible husband, and she raised her daughter as a single parent, okay? So her husband was hitting her, the Portuguese guy, so they divorced. She got rid of him. Good, okay? So she divorced her husband and she raised her daughter as a single parent. And she saw her life as a failure. Okay, she saw her life as a failure. She had no money, no job, no husband. And she's raising this baby daughter all alone. Okay? And she saw her life as a failure. She had no money, no job, and no husband. Okay, and this you probably don't even know about her. This gets even more terrible. She suffered from depression and considered committing suicide. Okay, so she was very sad all the time. She suffered from depression and considered committing suicide. And unfortunately, as you know, suicide is when you kill yourself. Okay? Where am I going? Okay? What's this stupid thing doing? There we go. And she then, fortunately, this is where her life starts to go from terrible to good. Why? She then wrote Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. It was a huge success and made Rowling a millionaire. There you go. I bet you didn't know that. So why did she make? She then wrote Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and it was a huge success. And made Rowling a millionaire. Thank God. Thank God. Okay? She's since married. She's since married a Scottish doctor and now has a son called David. Good. Okay? So she was suffering from depression, but and had no money, no husband, no job,